Today, we're diving into a metric that is often ignored in the rush to find new business, but it is actually the single most important number for your long-term freedom and profitability. We're talking about client lifetime value, sometimes referred to as CLV. Hello and welcome to the Business Wisdom Podcast. I'm Clive Enever, business strategist, and I help you engage more effectively with more of your ideal client more often. And today, you're listening to a session dedicated to one thing, helping you move from being an operator in your business to a true strategic owner.
Welcome to the Business Wisdom Podcast, where business strategist Clive Enever shares his inner business wisdom with you. Each episode is packed with his experience to help you grow and develop your own business wisdom. Join Clive as he shares his wisdom with you.
If you've spent any time on my website at enevergroup.com.au or watched my videos, you'll know I often say that strategy is the bridge between where you are and where you want to be. But you can't build a bridge if you don't know the strength of the materials you're working with. In business, your most high-strength material is your existing client base. Most business owners are obsessed with lead gen. They want more names, more clicks, more strangers through the door. But today, I want to challenge you to look inward. I want to show you why the most expensive thing you can do is hunt for a new client, and the most profitable thing you can do is nurture the ones you already have. So what exactly is client lifetime value? Put simply, it's the total worth to your business of a customer over the whole period of their relationship with you. Think about that word, relationship. In many of my strategy sessions, I see business owners treating their clients like a series of one-night stands. They work incredibly hard to get the sale, they deliver the product, and then they disappear. They move on to the next prospect. But a successful business isn't built on transactions. It's built on transformations. If you only look at the initial sale value, you are seeing a very small, very distorted version of your business's potential. Let's say it costs you $500 in marketing and time to acquire a new client. If their first purchase is $600, you might think, great, I made $100 profit. But if you understand client lifetime value, you realize that if that client stays with you for 3 years and spends $5,000, your $500 investment didn't return $100, it returned $4,500. When you shift your mindset from what is this sale worth today to what is this relationship worth over 5 years, your entire strategy changes. You stop being simply a salesperson and you start being a partner. I often talk about the leaky bucket syndrome. You can pour as many leads into the top of the bucket as you want, but if you have holes in the bottom, meaning you aren't retaining clients or increasing their value, you're just wasting energy. Measuring client lifetime value is how we find and plug those holes. Now, don't let the math side of this scare you. I like to keep things simple and actionable. You don't need a PhD in statistics to calculate CLV. You just need 3 numbers. 1. Average purchase value. What is the average amount a client spends when they buy from you? 2. Average frequency of purchase. How many times a year do they buy? Average customer lifespan. How many years do they stay with you? Multiply those 3 and you have your client lifetime value. But here is where the strategy comes in. Once you have that number, you have to ask yourself, how much am I willing to spend to keep this person? Most businesses underinvest in their current clients. They spend 90% of their marketing budget on strangers and 10% on their friends. It should be the other way around. I've often said in my various published works that consistency is the hallmark of a great business. If you're consistently measuring client lifetime value, you start to see patterns. You'll likely notice that 20% of your clients represent 80% of your future value. Are you treating that 20% like royalty Or are they just another invoice in your accounting program? If you want to scale, and I mean truly scale so that the business can run without you, you need predictable revenue. New leads are never as predictable. Recurring value from existing clients is. That is the bedrock of business freedom. So how do we drive the return? If you've looked at the strategy resources on my site, you'll know I'm a fan of frameworks. To increase your client lifetime value, I want you to focus on 3 specific pillars. Pillar 1, extraordinary onboarding. The lifetime of a client is often decided in the first 30 days. If the handover from sales to service is messy, the client lifetime value drops to 0 almost immediately. You need to wow them early. In my 7 essentials of business, I emphasize that systems must serve the client experience. Does your system make your client feel like they made the best decision of their life? Pillar 2, strategic upselling and cross-selling. This isn't about being salesy, it's about being helpful. If you know your client's goals, truly know them, you should know what they need next before they do. If they bought strategy A from you, they're going to need implementation B in X period. If you don't offer it to them, you're actually doing them a disservice. You're leaving them to figure it out alone. Pillar 3, the client for life communication loop. One of the most common mistakes I see, and I've made a few videos on this, is the silence gap. The sale is done, the work is delivered, and then silence. Months go by. To increase client lifetime value, you must stay top of mind. This doesn't mean spamming them, it means providing value. Send them an article that helps their business. Give them a quick thinking of you call. I remember working with a client who thought they had a lead problem. After looking at their numbers, we realised they had a goodbye problem. They were losing clients after 6 months because they stopped paying attention to them. By implementing a simple quarterly review strategy, just one of the strategic tools we use, they doubled their client lifetime value in a single year. They didn't need more leads, they needed more love for the leads they already had. This means addressing the mindset required to focus on client lifetime value. It requires patience. I often encounter business owners who are addicted to the hit of a new sale. It's an ego boost. It's exciting, but it's also exhausting. It's like being on a treadmill that keeps getting faster. Measuring and optimizing client lifetime value is the owner's game. It's about building an asset. When you know that every client who walks through your door is worth, say, $20,000 over 5 years instead of $1,000 today, you treat them differently. You hire differently. You build your systems differently. You move from a place of scarcity, where is the next dollar coming from, to a place of abundance. How can I provide more value to this person I already serve? I've written extensively on the importance of having a clear vision. If your vision is to have a business that supports your lifestyle and gives you freedom, you cannot be a slave to the lead generation machine. You need the stability that high client lifetime value provides. Here's an action step for you today. I want you to go into your database, take your top 10 clients from the last 2 years, calculate what they've spent, then look at the bottom 10. You will likely find a massive gap. Your goal for the next 90 days isn't just to find more top 10 clients, it's to figure out how to turn the next 10 into top 10s by increasing the value you provide. We've covered a lot today. We've redefined client lifetime value as a relationship metric. We've looked at the simple math to track it, and we've discussed the 3 pillars to grow it. Remember, business growth isn't about doing 1,000 things 1% better. It's about doing the right things 100% better. And understanding the lifetime value of your clients is definitely one of the right things. If you're struggling to see the forest for the trees, or if you feel like you're stuck on that sales treadmill, start with the Business Wisdom Vault, which has what you need to get started, or book a one-on-one with me and we'll map your plan together so you're hitting targets, not just busy. Thank you for joining me today. Now, go look at your numbers, talk to your clients, and start building that lifetime value. I'll talk to you in the next episode.
Thanks for joining Clive. Remember to subscribe for more business wisdom. Want to work with Clive? Book a discovery call with him at enervagroup.com.au.